Hey, what's up everybody, this is Wyatt, aka Incubator here, bringing you yet another toy review, and today we're taking a look at the Transformers 3 Dark of the Moon Mechtech Voyager Sentinel Prime. Now, Sentinel Prime is a figure who's already gotten a leader class figure, and just right off the bat for this review, if any of you are wondering who haven't seen the movie, though if you're watching a toy review of the product, you've probably seen the movie, but I'm not going to spoil anything for the movie. I'm not going to spoil any deaths or anything like that now that the movie's out. I'm not going to spoil anything. So if you haven't seen the movie or don't want to be spoiled, just want to enjoy a toy review, well, here you go. I'm not going to spoil anything from the movie, don't worry. Now anyway, into the toy. The toy is Voyager class scale, unlike the leader class version. And I'm a person who, the leader class version is good to me. I do like it a bit, but it is not flawless. I could nitpick on that toy all day. If I really wanted to. I see a lot of flaw in it, but this version improved on many things that the leader one didn't do and didn't have that it should have had, while it has some things that, well, should be fixed. The Voyager size scale is, let me grab my 4 Dark of the Moon figures to show you what I have to grab them off the shelf. Alright, here we'll show him with, we're showing with each character. Here he's with Optimus. Optimus does appear to be kind of taller from the angle I'm looking at him at, but through the camera, Sentinel does look a little bigger, which is how it should be. This is appropriate scale, which is fine, so little kids will want Voyager Sentinel. And this is a fun toy, don't get me wrong. It's a damn fun toy. Now here he is with, Voyager Megatron. This is part of the review where it's struggling for me to not spoil parts of the movie, but it's a toy review, not a review from the movie. I'm sure if you wanted to hear things about the movie, you'd watch my review of the movie. And here he is lastly with Voyager Shockwave. I do not have Voyager Ironhide to display him with. So Sentinel does range around the bigger of the Dark of the Moon Deluxe when it comes to height. He's kind of scrawny, but compared to Optimus and Megatron, it's not that big of a deal. Mainly, Shockwave is wider. But, yeah, and here we're going to compare him already. We're going to remove his Mechtech. We'll show off his Mechtech weapon actually right now. Mechtech weapon is really, really cool. It's one of the better Mechtech weapons. It's kind of a fire hose thing that in this mode is meant for fire truck mode. He has 2 Mechtech ports right here. You press this down when these 2 openings right here on this side, you press this down to where these 2 things go inside, and all those clip together, and you rotate this while still pushing down to where these go to the sides. Mechtech thing right here, it connects to the truck mode by this, and here you have 2 Mechtech ports on the side, and a fusion can is what it's characterized as, though this could be used as a cosmic rust cannon, which he actually uses in the movie, which isn't a spoiler, so it's got really nice detail. It's pretty big. Compare it to the figure itself. Put it in its hand. So it is pretty massive of a cannon, or a massive gun. As a cannon, though, I think it's really good. I'm going to remove this and set up the Mechtech for now. Now, before we show him with Leader Sentinel, finally, if you take Leader Sentinel's shield and fold this out, this is a Mechtech port on his hand, so for 5mm, or I don't know what it is, but if you put the shield in his hand and press it down in there, he can hold it, and it's not that bad of a size. It is a little big, but for posing, it's not that bad. It would have been cool for the Voyager to come with it, but the fact that the Voyager comes with a gun isn't that bad because he did have a gun in the movie, and the leader doesn't come with the gun, so. I wish he could hold the shield, but I will show you why he can't, or the sword, why he cannot hold the sword. The sword is on this thing, and it would have been cool if this was a little pin that clipped in, but no, it's on this thing, so the hands have to open like on Leader Sentinel to hold this and you can't break it apart because you have that bulb. So if you wanted to, you could cut this off and he could hold it, but I don't really think that's worth it. Maybe a mod out there, modding his hands, or just something. But yeah, as a factory figure, he can't hold Sentinel's sword. Now, things he does better than Leader Sentinel, who we'll finally show him with. I don't know. I don't think his head will make it into the frame. No. Right off the bat, I'm gonna have to lift up the camera here. Leader Sentinel is definitely much bigger. For scale, you might want to go with scale with Revenge of the Fallen toys. You're going to want to go with the Leader. With scale Dark of the Moon toys, you might want to go with Voyager. Now, right off the bat, you can tell their heads are not all that far off, though the Leader one is kind of superior in aesthetic and paint. The chest on Voyager is a lot more accurate, while this one is a lot more bulky and fat. These windows are too thick, while these ones are nice, thin triangles. Well, these ones are real windows. You can just see the differences, the subtle differences in the cape and the paint, and just aesthetic, which is fine. It's a nice new taste for a Sentinel, while Leader 1 is still superior. And honestly, if you don't like the Leader, like, I don't not like the Leader, but I don't love it. I do find fault in it. It's not perfect, like some people think, but if you get the Voyager one after the Leader, it really makes you think, it makes you appreciate the Leader a lot more if you already didn't care for it that much. Now, to transform Voyager Sentinel, it's pretty easy. What you're going to want to do... Oh, and he has these really creepy... Before I transform, he has these really creepy white eyes. Clear light piping. I don't know why it's clear, but maybe because they don't want to give him a faction, so they don't make him red or blue. But I might paint those blue. Yeah, anyway, to transform him, start down here at the feet, fold them up and fold them to the heel. This tabs in right there. And that little post goes into that hole. Rotate his legs at the knee like that, and then there will be a peg, or a tab and a slot right there. Little peg in. Straighten out the legs, make them match each other. Now go over here to the back, untab these from these gigantic holes. Tab that. Now straighten out the head. Take this back here, this pegs in. Just unpeg that, fold that out a little bit, and fold this whole section up. Rotate that up, and then flip the bumper up. So he's kind of a shell former. Go ahead and flip up the nozzle up here. Little nozzle. Now, these arms are kind of neat, kind of weird. This is where shell forming comes into play. What you do is you take them and untab them from the body, fold them up a little bit, and push that black piece down. So these arms, these shoulders will go in like that. The arms will go in. And they're not supposed to be Mechtech things, but they're Mechtech size. There's these little posts in here, and as you're folding this down, they're supposed to meet. And they'll hold on pretty good. So, just like that. You plug the fist into there. Now you push this whole thing down, and it tabs in little... It pretty much, it has no tabs, but it finds itself. Take these wheels. Oops, can't see that. Take these wheels to the side, fold them out, and now take this section and push it down, and his head will go in. And rotate it to the side, whatever side. And these wheels, they swivel up on a hinge back here. So you have to turn the gray plastic with it, and there's a tab right there that'll find a slot on the wheel well. Tab in and move this around so it doesn't hinder the wheel movement. Push that down into place. There's a little half circle right here that'll find this part. If you just align everything to, and there's a black post on the bumper that'll plug into the black window section, which will come undone, but it's not bad like he keeps doing it. Align everything and squeeze it all together, and I come up here, fold these bars down and fold these pieces up and back up. And that's pretty much it. There you have Voyager Sentinel Prime in his vehicle mode for the most part. Now to give him the complete vehicle mode, this little thing right here, this clear plastic piece on these gears, which is, I like, this is the first time we've seen a Mechtech work like this, and a circle peg for that piece, and these rivets, you know, let's pinch that together a little bit, fit it in there, peg that down, and there you've got the complete vehicle mode with the Mechtech weapon attached. You can still use the Mechtech's gimmick, if you can get it. There you go. Vehicle mode is pretty nice. It's got these messed up Autobot symbols, which you know why in the movie. Nice rolling wheels, does roll pretty well. I don't have an Optimus, or a Dark of the Moon Optimus to compare him to, but I do have Hunt for Decepticons Battle Blades Prime in his vehicle mode. So if you have this figure, you can tell how big they are. They're not really in scale, but honestly, I don't mind it. I don't like the look of the gigantic fire truck compared to this puny little tiny cab semi-truck. So I don't mind this scale. I like the scale with a fire truck to a semi-truck. Pretty much the same size almost. While the semi-truck has a bit more mass. But the Peterbilt that they use for the Optimus Hero is kind of small. But hey, this is pretty good. It's got nice clear windows on both sides, unlike the leader. Our Fire Rescue 316 doesn't have the Rosenbauer sign on it, but does have the R. This is actually painted red, more like the movie, and it's got really nice paint detail. Can't see a lot of the robot except the chest, and the head is kind of in there, but you can barely see it. So it does have a pretty decent vehicle mode, and I do like it a lot. For Mechtech, it's kind of weird. You can still peg Mechtech onto that, but it is a pretty good vehicle mode. I do like it a lot. I don't really have anything else to say about this figure. Please, if you have any questions, comment down below. Please rate this video and subscribe if you like the video, because I will definitely have more coming out soon. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.